2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to the first stream of Exhibition 2023. Thank you to everybody who is here currently with us. We are very, very grateful for your presence, and we will also be very grateful for all the questions and all the comments and all the support you can put into the chat. We already have one comment. I'm really sorry for the possible mispronunciations, but Enda Tan is saying this is gonna be a fun day, and we are thinking that too, don't we? Today with me is the fashion team. Fashion team, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I am Liliana, and I inquired into Fashion Week, and in the material guide I worked in denim, leather, and silk.
Hi, Lily.
My name is Yulka, and I inquired into the impact of models on young people, the lifestyle of a model, and for the material guide I did about viscose and eco-friendly brands.
Hello, my name is Nelly. I inquired into designers, and in the material guide I did about acrylic material and linen.
Hi, my name is Laura. I inquired into impact of fashion on the environment, and for the material guide I did polyester and cotton.
Hi, my name is Masha, and I inquired into designers.
All right. Can you girls tell us quickly your central idea and lines of inquiry that led you through the process?
Our transdisciplinary theme is how we express ourselves. Our first key concept is responsibility, and our line of inquiry is the consequences of fashion industry on the world.
Our second key concept is a perspective, and it's preferred designs in different eras.
Our third key concept is causation, and our line of inquiry is how media popularize fashion choices.
Our central idea is fashion. Fashion is the way of expression, and its industry impacts the world.
Awesome. Thank you so much, girls. So that is your project in a nutshell. We already have Mr. Krystian Żychlewicz, Ms. Marta Matuszewska, somebody from Nelly's account, probably Nelly's parents. Hello, welcome. And before we got any questions from the audience, I have a question for you. How do you girls feel after you've prepared all your projects, all your posters, and now you're currently here doing the live?
I think we did good, but we could be better at our communication because we didn't have the best communication skills.
Very important communication, true.
I feel satisfied with our work because I think that everything came out very nicely.
I'm also very satisfied because I think I did my best.
I think we all did the best that we could, but I think, especially for me, I could have been a lot more helpful to other people in my team.
Oh, what a reflective attitude. Of course, but you were all helpful and supportive. I saw you, yes? But of course, yes, good that after everything, we have some new thoughts, and maybe in the future we're gonna, do better, yeah?
I think all of us did a great job, and I think we all are satisfied with our work. I think we did the best we could do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we also have Miss Katarzyna Żychlewicz saying hello, and Clementina. So awesome to see. So you said a little bit about the problems you have. How did you overcame your problems? How did you overcome your problems that you may have experienced during exhibition?
We talked.
Maybe Masha has some answer.
We just talked, yes, or we just didn't we forgot about it, and
Okay, yes. So basically we developed communication, yes? We have Miss Marta Matuszewska. That is just reminding us to speak louder. So yeah, we'll have to think about that. And we have also a question. Hello, you've got this, ladies. Why did you choose fashion? Was it your first choice?
My first choice was design, but then we changed it to fashion because I wanted to make these designs and all the designers. And yeah, it was, I think, my first choice.
Okay, thank you. Laura?
My first choice was art, but I also really wanted to do fashion to know how fashion impacts the environment.
Awesome.
My first choice was design, but when I actually joined it was then we changed it into fashion. But also I wanted to see what was the designers like, why they become the designer.
I think my first choice was music, but I decided that fashion would be a bit more interesting, and there would be a bit more to talk about.
Of course, with music we could have a lot to talk about, yes? But it's interesting that you had one topic and then you changed it to fashion, yes?
Like Masha and Nelly said, we first the name of our group was design, but then later when we did the central ideas, lines of inquiry and everything, we changed it into fashion, because none of us was going to inquire into stuff like architecture and everything, so we just decided it's better to do fashion because it's more what we inquired into.
It's closer to your area of interest, yes? And the audience can now learn that it's a process of choosing the topic, yes? Because we are coming with an idea, but then through creating central ideas, lines of inquiry, it's all shaping up, right? Awesome. Thank you, girls. We have some more comments. We have Mr. Christian Żychlewicz saying, there was a beautiful poster dance. Have you thought about success dance after the exhibition? A dance? Dance? Was there anything about dance?
I think she was the ad.
Ah, the ad. Maybe. Okay. So what about the ad? Did you like the process of creating it? Masha. Closer.
We kind of need Miss Patricia's help to create the song, and it was good. Then we also, Masha did the choreography, and we helped her. And I think it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we all loved the ads.
It was not the best. We could do better.
It was awesome.
I think the ad was good, and also when I watched it, I really liked it. We did good. I think we did it good.
I think it was good, but when I was watching it, it was like stressful to see myself.
Always like that, yes? Watching yourself. Awesome. Thank you so much. We have some other questions to answer. Samuel Tarrant. Can the microphone the girls are using be turned up? Okay. We need to remember to speak louder, yes, and have the microphone close. Mr. Mateusz Matuszewski is saying, hello girls, what a great team! Yeah, we can say hi.
Hello.
And Clementina is asking, was it hard to inquire into fashion? You chose fashion and then in the end, was it hard to inquire into that topic?
I think when you already knew what your topic was and what you wanted to do, so I think it was not so hard, but sometimes, for example, first, one of my designers were Calvin Klein, and I couldn't research about him. I couldn't find so many facts about him.
For me, it was kind of hard to inquire into my specific topic because there were a lot of things that I had to think about when doing it, but I think it came out fine.
I think it was like sometimes hard to find some recent things, but it was also always some like this some of the website that has it.
And we were also sharing the resources with each other, right? So we always found something inside them.
For me, because I did separate parts about boys and girls, and it was a lot easier to find stuff about girls than it was for boys. So it was a lot harder to inquire into the boys part of fashion.
Also interesting reflection.
Once I had to change my topic because there was like no things about it, and I decided to do fashion week because it felt unique for me about prêt-à-porter and haute couture. So I think I did my best I could do.
Yeah, awesome. Exactly. It's all changing. It's all modifying. Yes, during research, it's also like that. Okay. Mr. Mateusz Matuszewski is asking a very challenging question because he wants to know what was the most challenging part of your project? Anyone? Masha, maybe? Or Lily wants to go?
Say it was the material guide because we need to gather a lot of information.
The material guide meaning part of your action, right?
Yes, our action.
For me, the most challenging was the research actually, because like when I already done the research, I already just wrote it and I knew what to do. And on the research, it was like, oh, I need to still do this and this.
So actually managing what you still need to do, right?
Yes.
It can be challenging, true.
For me, I think the hardest part was, it was the stand, because we had a lot of stuff and then it was really hard to find a space for everything, but still for everything to be visible and nobody's posters to be left out.
Right, exactly. Organization of space, true.
I also say that stands were also hard. For example, we first we had everything, but then Julia's, for example, posters weren't in the space even, and also we had like some blank space somewhere, so we didn't know. Then, for example, we needed to rearrange everything. For example, put the posters down and everything. So yeah, like arranging the stand.
Right, because the producing part is one thing, yes? And then actually putting it all together and organizing it is another. True. Thank you so much, girls, for answering that question. Unless anybody else wants to share. I have a question from Bruno from G5, so they are watching us, and he wants to know who's the most popular fashion designer. Can you specify? Is there the most popular designer?
It's a really interesting question, but we didn't research about what is the most famous designer, so I don't know personally, but maybe others know.
I don't really know, but if I had my own opinion, I will say that it's Coco Chanel.
Because I think you actually inquired into one of the most popular designers. Yes, so maybe you can tell us what designers you inquired into, Nelly and Masha?
I inquired into Coco Chanel, Tom Ford, and Donatella Versace.
I inquired into Karl Lagerfeld, into Demna, and he's the cooperative director of Balenciaga, and I also inquired into Miuccia Prada.
And Lily wants to share too?
As Nelly said, I also personally think one of the most popular is Coco Chanel.
I think everybody knows her name, right? Coco
Yes.
Chanel, true. And we also have a question from Mila, also from G5, and she wants to know, are you proud of your work? Yes or no? Are you proud of your work?
Yes, I think I am.
A little bit of hesitation, but I think we're all proud.
I'm not sure about them.
For me, sort of. I think I could have done more, but there wasn't that much time, because you still needed to, because doing the research was one thing, but then you had to make all the posters, and then you also had to put them in the stand, and there just wasn't enough time to do more research.
I think I am really proud, because I think really I did my best, because like the posters that I made, like for me it was beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. I could like look at it for so long. We're gonna take a lot of pictures.
I was really proud of my work because I think that I added everything into my poster that I wanted to, and it was also laid out really nicely.
I think I'm proud of my work, but on YouTube Prada I could do, I think, more clothing designs, but I did more like accessories and I didn't do like many designs about her.
All right, yes, but there's also space for research after the exhibition, yes? The research never ends and the inquiry never ends. Okay, we have a comment from Miss Agata Brzezińska, and she is saying hi from G2A students. They're saying hi and good luck. So thank you. Nelly is asking a question. You had the chance to try sewing during workshop. Did you find sewing difficult?
I think when we sewed in the workshop, I already sewed because it's my grandma and she taught me also how to sew.
Sewed? Uh-huh.
So
For me, it was kind of difficult because I kept on losing the thread, and working on the overlock, it was a lot easier than normally on the machine.
Yeah, the machine. It looks scary to me.
I think for me it was hard in the sewing part to make it straight, because all the time I was like doing it.
I think with practice comes
Yes.
perfection, yeah? Uh-huh. Yeah. The material can be different.
I kept having the same problem as Nelly was, and every time I tried to make it straight, it would go sideways. So that was probably the hardest part.
I think the overlock was very easy, and the machine, it was kind of hard keeping the line straight, as they said, but after some practicing, I finally could make a straight line.
And you produced something, yes? You created something. What was the thing that you created?
Yes, we created cosmetics bags.
Cosmetics bags. Nice. Masha?
and also when we created the cosmetics bag, not all of our team has finished, so my grandma then helped them after they needed to go home.
Okay. We have also a question from Clementina. We already said about the very challenging parts of exhibition, but what about the easiest part of your project? What was the easiest part?
I think one of the easiest parts were when you know what you need to do, for example, on your poster, and you just need to write it. So then it's I think the easiest part.
Yeah, you have the content, and then you just have to put it.
Yeah, like
Onto
you
the
know what
poster.
to do, so
For me, the easiest part was definitely writing down the information on the poster, and then also finding out the information and picking out what you want to inquire into.
I think the easiest part of the project was actually building the stand.
Oh, the building the stand was the easiest.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
I think. But we just didn't, we just have the blank space and we have to arrange it all the time. But also the easiest was to write the things because you actually have written it on your computer and you just have to rewrite it on your poster.
I think another really easy part of it was, does it count choosing a mentor?
Yeah, for sure.
Because there wasn't that many options for us, but we ended up with a really, really nice mentor.
We had a lot of options, but concerning your topic that you had in mind, yes, who became your best choice and actually who became your mentor?
Our mentor is Miss Dagnata Lopinska.
And we're of course saying hi to your mentor.
I think the easiest part was the decorations of the poster, so like adding washi tape and doing titles, sticking photos, and that was the easiest.
This is something that you all enjoy, right?
Yes,
The fashion group.
the fun part.
The fun part.
Also, the making the dress for the mannequin was easy, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It
yeah.
was nice.
So
Yes.
actually the fashioning, yes, the designing. Awesome.
The decorate.
The decorating. Again, a comment from Miss Agata Brzezińska, of course, hi. And G2A students, they want to know, I think we partly answered that, but we, of course, can reiterate one more time. Why did you choose fashion then? Why did you choose that topic?
I chose it because I felt it was just something I wanted to do. I just wanted to do it. I felt like it was connected to it because my grandma likes the sweaters and everything she knits.
Knits,
so so I felt, and I also like sketching fashion design, so I felt it was just the right thing for me to choose.
So personal interest, kind of. Thank you.
I think my reason is the same as Lily's because it's just been something that's interested me for a very long time. And I had a lot of resources at home as well, so I could use those.
Okay, so you had some kind of like pre-knowledge about this topic. Nice.
I chose this topic because already I was interested like in it, and I want to see also like how did they do design the clothes, like from where do they get the inspiration from it.
Maybe for your own good, right? Maybe you'll become a fashion
Yes.
designer in the future. Nice.
I chose fashion because I really wanted to know what the impact was, because from from other grades, we once learned how much water is used to produce a shirt or jeans. So I really wanted to inquire into fashion for this.
For the environmental impact, such a very important topic in today's world, right? Awesome.
Yeah, I think fashion is a really interesting topic. And for example, my aunt is a designer and my grandma is sewing. And I was really interested in fashion. And also I like to I like to wear nice clothes, for example, and also like when people like to dress nicely, I also like it. So.
Awesome, yeah. So the fashion, as you learned from the survey, I think is also a very important part of other people's lives, yes?
Yeah, some people want to wear comfortably and some fashionably.
Yeah, comfort or fashion, yes? That's the everyday choice. We have another question from Andrew Tarrant, Mr. Andrew Tarrant. Has this exhibition inspired any of you to pursue careers in the fashion industry?
I think I don't. Some people also ask me if I want to be a model, and I said no because, for example, in models they need to do what people ask them. For example, I don't like it, and I would not be a model, but a designer, I don't know, but maybe I would. But still, I want to be an architect in the future.
So also something connected with the design, but in a different way.
For me, this exhibition didn't want to make me a model or a designer. I just wanted to inquire into this.
Awesome. Just to learn information and insight.
Actually, I want to be some of the model, but also I want to design some clothes.
Model and the designer, nice.
I definitely don't want to be a model since I learned about the impact it has on other people. I don't really want to be a cause for that impact. But a designer, I don't think I'd either want to be that, but I think I could sew for fun and do it for myself.
Awesome, nice. But also we learned that there are always two sides to that story, yes? So there is that negative impact of modeling in the fashion industry, but we also learned a lot of good, yes? That the inspiration, the passion, and all the things, the self-identity, this is all coming from your research, right? Thank you.
I don't think I would like to be a model, but maybe a designer or an architect.
Architect as well, nice. So to design.
My mom used to be in some kind of magazines, and my dad has an architecture. He works in a farm. He owns a firm that just that makes buildings. So I think, yeah, one of these.
Awesome. A lot of you have a little bit of a connection to that field or like the design field. Super. We have two Miss Marta Matuszewskas in the chat. One of that is Masha's aunt, right? And then we have the teacher from G4. So hello to both Miss Martas and Miss Marta Matuszewska, Masha's aunt, I think. She's saying that the dance was awesome and fire and all of that. So she loved it. Miss Agata Brzezińska, on behalf of G2A students, is asking a question. What is the longest dress and the largest bag in the world? Do you know that, girls?
It's a very interesting question. Maybe we could research about it, but we didn't. And I think we didn't research about the world's longest or something, for example.
Actually, maybe this is an inspiration for others. Yes, always have that little fact. The largest dress, the biggest bag. Yes.
Yeah. I only know that, for example, Karl Lagerfeld, he created, for example, a bag with 2 big hula hoops. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so
Chanel.
interesting.
That's a fun question, but I didn't research about it.
There's also a question, when was the first dress designed? Do you know the first dress? When could it be designed? Or maybe from the history of design? How is it?
I think when histories, I didn't know when really design started, but maybe some 1018 or 1800 something, or in the 1900. I don't.
The modeling kind of like took shape.
Some from this, but I don't think it's one.
So 1800s. Awesome. Miss Marta Matuszewska, probably on behalf of G4 students, I think, is asking, why is polyester so dangerous?
Polyester is dangerous because it, when it's produced, it pollutes, like, it's a very polluting material, and it can pollute, like, the air, for example, and sometimes the dyeing can also, like, pollute water, and it can be dangerous to the aquatic and marine life.
Yeah, so both earth, water, and is it also dangerous to people, humans, or not?
I didn't really inquire if it's dangerous to people, but it probably would be, because if the chemicals would, like, get close to a person, it would probably lead to some disease.
Exactly. So the production, the wearing, yes, and then utilizing the polyester materials is dangerous.
But still, I think when we wear the polyester, when we wear it, I think nothing will happen. But yeah, when we wear, nothing happens.
Yeah. And what did we also learn from your aunt, actually? That sometimes you need to put polyester in some clothes, because what kind of attributes does it have?
If I remember correctly, polyester doesn't make the clothes wrinkle that much, so it will, like, look nicer.
And the colors stay the same, right? All right. Thank you so much, girls. We have a question from Clementina. Do you have your favorite designers? Like, do you, each of you, have a favorite designer?
I'd say my favorite one's Coco Chanel. I just have a lot of books about her, which I read, and I really like her.
Awesome, thank you. Julia?
Well, I'm not really sure. I'm not really that familiar with many designers, so I don't know. I don't really have one.
If I have to choose, I will choose Coco Chanel because I really like her.
She's inspiration to a lot of people, right?
Yes.
I don't really have a favorite designer, but I really like some of the designs from Donatella Versace. So she's a designer that I really like.
Awesome, thank you.
I think I like or Miuccia Prada or Demna because they have interesting designs, but I think more Prada because she has really nice clothes and accessories.
Thank you. We have another question. Why did you choose Miss Dagna to be your mentor?
We chose Miss Dagna to be our mentor because, like, not of all, we had, I think, only 3 or 2 people to choose. She was also interested in fashion, so she could help us. And I think she was interested that she could, like, for example, and yeah, so she was interested in fashion, and we were doing this topic. So
Yeah, awesome. Any other reasons, girls? Do you want to share?
Like Masha said, Ms. Dagna in her I'm interested boxing, she had fashion, so we thought that that's a really good reason to pick Ms. Dagna. We also know her, and we decided
It's just a personal preference sometimes also, yes? If you know the person, yes? And she's also interested in fashion. Awesome reason.
So we thought, like, let's ask Ms. Dagna, and if not, let's go with our second choice.
I think we also chose for a reason that she could also, when we argue, she can like help us actually fix the problem.
Wow, awesome. Very much a reason, yes? Kind of the mediator. Thank you. Clementina wants to know, what is the best material for clothes? We did the guide and we had a lot of information, yes? So we know that there are both positive and negatives in all of the materials, yes? Is there like the best choice?
Well, I think it depends on what kind of clothes you want to make or want to buy. For example, for sportswear, I researched into viscose and found that's one of the best materials. Even though it's not 100% good for the environment, it's semi-synthetic, so it's okay.
Any other?
I also think that for the sportswear, the viscose is the best because, yeah.
What about summer clothes or winter clothes? Yes, because it all depends.
I think denim's good for trousers. It's 100% cotton, but the dyeing kind of affects the environment. And leather is the best option we have for bags, but it's made out of animal skin, but it's a byproduct of the meat of or dairy industry. It's very red, so the cows and animals are killed for their hide.
I think for winter, it's cotton is also good because it can keep us warm. Yeah.
Also, cotton is good for because it's breathable. Yes. And polyester, for example, is polyester breathable? Does it keep us like?
Polyester. If I remember correctly, polyester makes you sweat a lot, and it doesn't really absorb the sweat. So it isn't really good for summer clothes. But
On the other hand, it keeps you warm. So as we can see, it all depends, yes? Like with everything that we learn in this school, we need to say it all depends, right?
Yeah. The same polyester is cheap and it's easy to find, so we also have it in our PE uniforms.
Yeah, exactly. So it all, like, we just need to make choices every day.
And
yes,
it was also a part of our action, so we wanted to do other materials, what was the best, and we, also found out that viscose. We could have viscose.
Thank you. Awesome. We have another question from Samuel. Do you recommend PYP exhibition for younger students?
Yeah, I recommend it because it's a really interesting topic. You could, for example, if you have a class other, you could start like communicating with them more, for example, or it's a really interesting and fun topic, so you can find a lot.
I do recommend PYPx exhibition for younger classes because it is a really fun experience, but there are some stressful moments.
As Laura said, I think also that is, I recommend it because, yeah, like Laura said, it's fun, yeah, but sometimes it's just stressful but it's also interesting and really fun.
I recommend it for the people that can really easily solve problems because you get into a lot of arguments. Every group got into at least like 3. So if you can't solve problems easily or you like hold grudges for a very long time, it's not great.
So it's a good tip. Already work on problem solving, everybody.
I recommend the exhibition. Like the girl said, it's exciting but stressful. You need to be a good problem solver. And if you really like the topic you inquire into, it's then fun and exciting.
Yeah, and exactly. This is connected with our another question. Clementina is asking, did you enjoy inquiring into fashion? So, yes or no, quickly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes, so we have an agreement that we all enjoyed inquiring into fashion. Marcel is asking from G2A, did you visit any places connected to fashion and who were your experts?
Yes, we visit places. For example, we went to Gaga Models, and our guest speaker there was Miss Kasia Sawicka, Nadia's mom, I think, from G6. Then we also went. Our guest speaker was my aunt, and we met her here. Then we also went to 7 centimetrów, and our guest speaker was my grandmother. But we also wanted to go to Muzeum Historii Ubioru, but then we didn't go because on Friday, I think our guest speaker couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it happens. Yes, we were supposed to have that trip, but something happened. But
Oh, we also needed to have a guest speaker, Miss Blanca Jordan from Bizu, but she couldn't also come, but she answered our questions online.
yeah, so thank you so much for that. All the guest speakers and all the trips.
Yes, we could not make it to the Muzeum Historii Ubren, but I went there and we have some photos on our stand.
Yes, and when did you go to that trip?
I went there on the Notsmuseum, so there were some people dressed in the dresses, which was
Awesome.
really nice.
So it means that you can also go to different places in your own time, yes? Like the inquiry never stops. Yes. Let me see what else we have. Clementina would like to know, do you enjoy sewing?
Yes, when you practice it, you can make straight lines, and then it's fun. Because when, like, the needle does not work, I had to change my machine one time because, like, it broke. So you need to practice it. So you need
So
to
it means-
practice taking the needle out and putting it again. You just need to practice to make straight lines, and when you practice that and when you're good at it, it's fun.
Awesome.
I think I enjoy the sewing, but it's sometimes really hard for me to put the thread through. So that's the less enjoyable part of sewing on a machine.
The technicalities, yes? When you're finally getting the hang of it, it is enjoyable, yeah?
I think it's really fun, but like when you do straight lines, it's just fun because like if you do like on the side, it's like just going not straight, and then just everything's like broke.
For me, it's definitely fun, but it was hard because I kept on losing the thread and in the needle, so I kept on having to do it again. But it is fun because you can make very many things on it.
Yes, I think I enjoyed it. As I already said, I sewed in the past, so also I helped some of our team members if, for example, the thread went out. So I, for example, put it in if they needed help.
Okay, thank you. And I think we all learned something. Now we have the comment and hello from G1B, so we can say hello to the audience. And the children from G1B would like to know, and they are wondering, was it a lot of effort to prepare your stand? And we need to start answering the questions quickly because we only have 5 minutes left. Yes.
Oh, okay. So, it was hard also to rearrange it, but if you just put the posters up, it's not so hard. You just need to print them.
It's not hard if you know where everything should go, and you have to be very good at laying out things.
I think the same as Masha and Lara.
I think it gets a lot easier if you plan it before, like we did, but we still didn't follow our plan. It didn't work.
Like Julia said, we had the plan, but it did not work. So, because we need to like fill every inch up, and which there were kind of tiny spaces left, but it worked without the plan.
Awesome, thank you. And Miss Agata Brzezińska's writing that Maxim is asking, why did you put photos with trash and water on your stand? Trash and water.
I put the photos on my poster to like show what the impact was, because that photo like showed of like fashion waste in water. So I added it so that people know not to buy that many clothes because it does make a very big impact on the environment.
Yeah, thank you so much. Mr. Christian Żychlewicz is asking, do you see ISOP uniforms as fashionable from all aspects you inquired in your project? Would you recommend any changes?
It is kind of fashionable. Yeah.
I think it's kind of fashionable, but we could change, for example, we don't need to wear all the time just the same. Oh, everything like the same, and only the colors. So
The colors are different, right?
yeah, only the.
And adding to that, actually, Clementina is asking, do you prefer to wear comfortable or fashionable clothes? It is connected to our discussion before.
Yes, I think we have it also on our survey the question, and I really more likely like to wear comfortable clothes than fashionable.
I think it depends on the day. For example, where I go or I stay at home. When I stay at home, I prefer, for example, to just take a, for example, when it's called, for example, leggings and a t-shirt and then a blouse and just like this. But when I go somewhere, I could, for example, wear fashionably more.
I always wear comfortable clothing than fashionable clothing. Well, only on special occasions I wear fashionable clothing. Like if it's a special day for my family, then I wear fashionable.
Well, I don't really have that much in my wardrobe that isn't comfortable, because if it's not comfortable the day that I buy it, then I either return it or just don't get it. So.
Very nice attitude, yeah?
I like dressing comfortably and I like dressing fashionably. I like dressing both. For example, I have this one set that's both comfortable and both fashionable, so it's like elegant, but it's also comfortable.
Combining it.
Yes.
It is possible, apparently. We need to really speed up. We only have 1 minute left, but we have a lot of comments still. I'm trying to connect it. So G4 would like to know, and girls, do you know what is the lightest and also what is most commonly used fabric? Maybe one of you. Do you have that information?
Well, I think it's either polyester or viscose, because that's in most clothes now, because they're the easiest to find.
Yeah? Awesome. Thank you so much, because we have a lot and I think we can manage still. So, Miss Alexandra Rombel from G1A is saying we really like your stand. So thank you so much for that comment. They would like to know what is an exhibition and how you do it, but they think they will just have to wait a little bit, huh? Yes. You will learn it all in G5, but of course you're very welcome to visit it every year, because every year the students of G5 will be
You have still 4 years.
doing it. Yes? Awesome. We have pytanie od mamy Liliany. So the question from Liliana's mom, what was the favorite part of your topic? Do you have a favorite part?
Favorite part, I think, was just doing the posters and already finishing and presenting to our parents.
Nice.
My favorite part was actually also presenting to parents because it was pretty much fun.
Well, I didn't really like presenting to my parents.
Interesting.
I liked presenting to other people, like today when my parents weren't here, because it was a lot less stressful.
The less stressful part.
I'd say presenting to my parents was very fun. Yeah.
Awesome. The presenting. So after everything, just presenting it to everybody. Really quickly, was it hard to organize trips?
Kind of.
Yes and no? It all depends.
Depended where we were going,
Mm-hmm.
because other trips were a lot easier to organize than.
Mm-hmm.
I have the same sentence as Julia.
Mm-hmm. So, at the same time, was it difficult or easy to communicate in the group?
There were moments where it was difficult,
Mm-hmm.
but also sometimes it went good, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we have some more questions. Did you like exhibition?
Yes.
We have hello from G1A, and I think Clementina is asking our last question. Do you like the clothes that are fashionable now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Some of them, not all of them.
Some of them, just like Julia, because some I just don't like and some I just do.
Awesome. It all depends, as always. This is our favorite phrase.
Yes, I like, but I don't like to wear, for example, suits. Like when you need to dress really fashionable.
The elegant
Yeah,
part.
the
Mm-hmm.
elegant.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Girls, I think this is it. I think we survived. You were the first ones to experience that in 2023, and you did great. So we can all say bye to everybody and say thank you. Thank you so much for being with us.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye and thank you!
Thank you so much again. Ended.